show. We do a show the day after. We're home for 12 days.
Right, and that's our own doing. We got offers, but we're like, nah.
Yeah.
You know, let's
Like,
take it
no,
easy.
you know what? Let's take it easy the first month of the year. You
And
know what I mean?
we're running such a merch empire at home now. It's like it's not like we're just off for 12 days though. It's like, you know what I mean?
So how do you mean you're running a merch empire from home?
I literally run it from my house with my wife.
Yeah.
Like she does pretty much everything, so I got to give her credit. But
YoungBucksMerch.com is what they run.
right, like we run it out of our
Don't
house.
forget to go check out ProWrestlingTees.com.
Exactly.
Young Bucks. And go to Hot Topic as well.
like Dana, my wife, literally folds every single T-shirt and puts it in envelopes and sends them. You know,
So
she's.
it's old school.
Old
You got
school. Yeah.
boxes.
I'm
of
talking
shirts?
hundreds. Like my entire living room is filled with boxes of inventory.
Yeah,
Really?
we
Yeah.
just had to do taxes for that company. We call it Killing the Business Inc.
Yeah,
we got it incorporated.
Yeah.
And we were blown away to find out how much we did for the year. We're
Like we
oh
did
my
more on just Young Bucks merch than we've ever made in wrestling. Like just last year, like
It was
just
crazy.
yeah, just on my. I'm not even talking about Pro Wrestling Tees. That's a whole different thing. Or Hot Topic
Hot
and all
Topic,
that.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Let's talk about the Hot Topic.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a big deal. Like,
Huge.
I have a Hot Topic shirt now.
Yeah, now you're beating us.
Well,
that's a headline online right now. I just saw on Twitter.
I just got another update, and you guys aren't even close.
Oh, no.
So I got my month, and I said to you, I'm like, dude, you've had a year, so give some
Right.
of us else a chance.
You know, I will tell you this though. We just got the Pro Wrestling Tees top 20. And we're number 1 for 2017, so I'll take that.
Yeah, of course you are. Yeah, that's ProWrestlingTees.com /YoungBucks. Please go check it out. So, but how did that come to fruition? Because you guys kind of broke down the door to Hot Topic. And it's
Sure.
funny that you're like my niece is like, you go to Hot Topic. I'm like, there's 850 Hot Topic stores.
Right. Yeah,
And
there's
when I walked in, I bought 5 shirts that weren't mine. I bought like,
And it's a good store.
It's great.
They have everything.
I saw a bunch of
Yeah.
cool stuff, but it's
Yeah.
like it's one of those stores that you know about when you're younger. You go,
Yep.
but now it's become
Right.
a thing.
Yeah.
It's become a thing
To
again.
get in there is a big deal.
Yes.
How did this happen?
Huge. So
It's a funny story, actually.
yeah, go ahead. You want to tell it?
The owner was at WrestleMania
Is
weekend.
this Joe?
I don't know if it was the owner or if
one
it was
of the top guys.
yeah, the top executives.
So
yeah.
he was at WrestleMania.
Joe's the head buyer. I know who Joe is.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
He kept seeing
WrestleMania what?
the last one. What was I don't even
Dallas?
know anymore.
16? 2016?
Yeah, it must have been Dallas.
Okay, so is that
No. It was Orlando.
Okay,
It was
Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando. We wrestled the Hardys that weekend. Yeah.
So he kept seeing Young Bucks and Bullet Club T-shirts. So he was like, man, why don't we carry these shirts? This is weird. So he called up someone from the WWE, and he was like, hey, can we get the Young Bucks and Bullet Club T-shirts in our store?
Like, yeah, it's not us.
They were like, no, we don't own that.
Don't ever say that again.
So they contacted us, and
They contacted us and Ryan, who does Pro Wrestling
Ryan
Tees.
Barkin,
Yeah,
yeah, and they were like,
shout
are
out
you
to Ryan.
interested in doing shirts here? And we're like, hell yeah, we are.
yeah. And initially, it was going to just be us and Kenny and the Bullet Club logo, and then so I think they did a test run of that in June. And it did so great. They were like, within 3 days, they were like, we're putting it in every store.
Yeah.
just in June, like 6
Yeah.
months ago?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
It's been that quick.
Yeah, very quick.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and so at that point, I think they started. I don't remember how many, maybe 150 stores to test it out in the main markets. It did so well though. They were like, let's put them in all 850.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
I mean,
Everywhere.
I had like 5 of mine. There's like 30 Bullet Clubs.
Yeah.
and
It
there's-
blows
We
my
have
mind,
4
man.
shirts in Hot Topic right now. Like,
I'll go on Twitter, and my
crazy.
timeline is flooded with people purchasing the shirt.
Yeah.
It's I can't even scroll down
Right.
like
you
fast
can't
enough.
retweet all of them.
No.
It's unbelievable to me. I try to like a lot of them, but it to this day it blows my
it
mind.
was a game changer because like people people say, oh, shopping's not a thing anymore. Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because I know Amazon's huge and all that, but people still love going to the mall and buying a physical
The shirt
t-shirt.
you have
Like,
on
yeah.
right now is a
This
Hot
is a
Topic
Cody
one.
shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a Hot Topic right here.
Hey man, I'll be honest with you. Like, you know, I don't know if you guys did this or not, but when it starts getting out, and it's exciting for me too, because once again, I've been under the WWE umbrella for 17 years,
Yeah.
so to kind of, I can have my own merchandise deal at
Sure.
Hot Topic. Okay,
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
So I'm calling the one near my house, Citrus Park Mall.
Sure.
Shout out to Citrus Park, and I'm like, yes, do you have the Chris Jericho? Let me check. No, it's not in yet. Call back. Everyone else has it.
Right.
All over the country.
The one right by your.
Yeah. Do you have the Jericho shirt yet? Not yet. Then finally, yes, it's in. I went down to the. That's
Yep.
the video.
Yeah, I
You
saw
said,
it on there. Yeah, I said pick up a Young Bucks shirt.
That's right. I'm like, give me some,
That's cool.
Give me some space here. Buddy.
We did the same thing. We went to our childhood mall that
Yeah,
we
yeah.
always used to go to. We
Yeah.
brought our families just to
Yeah.
just
It's
to check
so
it out.
cool,
It's
man.
Cool,
yeah,
right?
it's cool.
It really is. Like, just having like my mom-in-law think it's something I'm doing is cool. It's like, wow, like she even thinks I'm cool, you know? Like,
the gratifications were now your
Yes.
wife won't get in shit for marrying the wrestler guy, right?
right?
Yeah.
And that is like because you don't ever get to have that, like unless it takes having to get into a Hot Topic for
Yeah.
someone who doesn't understand the business to
Right.
go, Oh, I
You're at
get
retail
it.
store
I
now.
get it.
That's a
You know what
big
I mean?
deal. Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to go, hey, go to Pro Wrestling Tees and pick up a shirt. It's like, oh, okay.
But you actually, like you said, like when I went to the mall, it was packed, and that was the same thing. Like people still go to the mall. It's
Yes.
great. And I walk in Hot Topic, and like there's people all over the place.
Yes.
they're still into it. And to see that, like I said, that actual shirt in the little rack, on like that's really cool stuff.
And good on Hot Topic for trying something different.
Right.
Like, they're cashing in. Like,
Big time.
huge
they're
move
making
for
good
them.
money,
Like,
too.
because now there's a central place you can go for wrestling stuff. Like, you don't see that. Like,
And they have WWE stuff too.
Yes, they do. Yes.
I didn't know that. And
Yeah.
That's what Joe told me.
They had us there, and what was it? Right.
The invasion. How did that come?
We had that plan for a long time.
6 months?
We
Maybe?
maybe even longer. Well, we've wanted to do it for.
We wanted to do it with the Hardys.
Actually, we were originally going to do it with the Hardy Boys.
it wasn't going to be an invasion, though. It was going
Yeah.
to be something similar to that.
We were going to be outside of WrestleMania, and we were going to do something with the Hardys. They were
gonna-
might have been Dallas.
It was around the time the Hardys were doing the whole crazy Brother Nero and
Yeah,
Broken
yeah,
Matt
yeah.
thing, where they were just showing. What were they doing? Like, they were like transporting to different places,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. They were going to transport to WrestleMania, and we were going to be there, and we were going to have like a
But it was gonna-
little altercation.
It was going to look like they were going to be like, we're going to head into that building and do something, or
Yeah.
like we're going to invade, and then me and Nick show up out of nowhere and double super kick them, or get into some
That's
type
right.
of
We were
fight.
going to take their titles.
Yes.
They're the TNA champs at the
Yeah.
time.
Right.
We were going to actually do a storyline with Ring of Honor and TNA. We were going to like cross promote.
Yes.
It was going to be awesome. We had like a year storyline.
That was
laid
supposed to
out.
happen at Orlando, actually, WrestleMania.
right.
And then everything got
And they got
changed.
signed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So everything got changed.
So then New Japan works with a company called Access TV, where they have a weekly show.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And Access TV contacted Nick and I, and Logano's actually one of the guys that hit us up. I don't know if
David
he's
Logano,
doing some
yeah.
cool stuff with NWA right
They
now.
were about to do the New Japan Long Beach show,
Yes.
and
They
Monday Night
contacted
Raw
us.
happened to be like the week before out in LA.
Right.
So they were like, "Hey, would you guys be interested in doing something?
Doing some
showing
type
up?"
of invasion. We'll
Yeah.
put it on Access TV. And Nick and I are like, yes.
Really?
Let's do it.
Access TV.
Access was all about it.
Wow.
Access talked to New Japan. New Japan said, no way.
Yeah.
So then we were like, man, this is 2 times we've been struck out with
Matt
this
and I,
thing.
At this
Like,
point, we're like, we got to just do it on our YouTube show.
we're like, let's just do it ourselves. So we'll finance the whole
And
thing.
we're like, hey, our crew, Marty, Hangman Page,
Cody.
and Cody, we're like, they'll be cool with it. We asked them.
we
they're
pitched
like,
them the
"Hell yeah,
idea. I
let's
think
do it."
were we here? I think we were at the Tokyo
It
Dome
might have
Hotel,
been, yeah.
and we just told them the whole idea. Like,
What was the
Brandy was
idea?
with us.
the
too.
idea was basically we had a big storyline where a certain stooge was taking and seizing, desisting all of our likeness and like
Our catchphrases.
our suck it's.
Cody's last name, he can't say Rhodes anymore.
We had the FTR for a while, which is F the Revival.
Right.
That was taken
How did
from
that
us.
come? What is- yeah.
That was Cody's whole brainchild. That was his. He
right,
came up with that. But basically, this stooge was taking all this stuff and sending us legal letter and saying we couldn't use this stuff. So whenever any of the stuff was mentioned on the show, it'd be bleeped out. So finally, we were like, you know what? We have to go fight this stooge and take back what's ours. And you know where to do that? We go to Raw to do that. You know, that was the whole idea. So we were going to Raw to basically find the stooge and kidnap him and take him and what.
This is all being the elite.
This is all being the elite.
Just
Yeah.
making this shit up.
It was
Yeah.
a lot of like a parody version of the DX. That
Yeah, the actual
It was a
invasion.
lot about that, pretty much.
The night before, I had everybody over at my house for like a big family dinner, and we were literally watching the old like invasion on YouTube just to get some ideas. Yeah, and so we at that point we kind of came up with a game plan. Like, well, let's make it different, but
We
let's
rented
also
a
like
huge Hummer.
Hummer limo.
Yeah, Hummer limo.
We had blow horns and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
We had all of our t-shirts on.
So you showed up. Was it Anaheim?
It was Ontario, California.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's not the entire story though.
Before that, there's a Hot Topic literally across the street.
Yes.
We're like, oh my god, we have to go there before we go. To
And let's gather some people because maybe they'll follow us over to the building. So we announced literally 2 hours heads up, maybe not even, maybe an hour.
Like on Twitter? Or something?
Like, hey, we're going to Hot Topic. Come
we were
meet us.
thinking, okay, maybe 25, 50 people will show up. We show up, there's 300 to 400.
Wow.
To the point where the cops are there.
For 2 hours notice.
And they're trying to close down the whole thing. We're like, no, we need them. We'll be as respectful as possible. We'll try to film something.
We actually were
quickly.
trying to do a little meet and greet for them for being there, but then they were like, we'll be here all day.
Yeah, that was way too many.
So we had to move it outside, and that's where we shot a bunch of the scenes for the invasion.
This picture is
This
actually
is from the mall
From the
outside
Cody
2020.
t-shirt. Really?
Yeah.
It's like a whole crowd of people.
He's
Cody's
standing
up
on
with
the
a
limo.
megaphone.
Cody's got a megaphone like standing on the roof of a
Yeah.
car or something.
Cody did the Independence Day with Will Smith, the movie, the
Yeah.
president's
The
speech.
You guys just like amusing yourselves.
Yes, yeah.
So all the
Right.
people follow you over to
They follow us over
Ontario.
to Ontario, and we're being respectful, but we're being loud. We're driving around with the limo, so obviously people, the security.
At one point, it was funny though. Our limo driver was like, "Hey, let me see if I could actually drive into where like
Wow, the
all the
parking
trucks
area.
are."
Yeah, we got in.
I can see it in my head,
Yep.
the back
Yep.
parking
Yeah.
lot.
And they allowed it. And we're like, "Oh my god, we're
They
through!"
did.
Yes,
What
we're
did
in.
he say? I got some wrestlers here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
They're like,
they bought it because
that's
it
great.
looked realistic.
So then we did like it was really just like we shot a couple of shots, like the way it was all produced and edited. It looks like we were there for hours, like causing mayhem. And
DX did a thing where they asked some fans, "Hey, did you buy your tickets?" And they're like, "No, we didn't.
Right, we
we
got
got them for
comps,
free."
yeah.
Right.
We asked a fan, and the fan legit said that.
we didn't coach them. We didn't tell them what to say. He's like, no, literally, I got a free
He
ticket.
said he got comp tickets, so we were like, "Oh my god, that's too good not to use."
Yeah.
So I put it in there. I edit all the stuff.
Yeah.